Hello everyone, my name is Hope, and I will be discussing the Baroque art history period during this explainer video. And this period was defined between the mid-16th century to the mid-18th century. This all started because of the Protestant Reformation. In 1517, Martin Luther kicked off the Protestant Reformation with his 95 Theses, and suddenly the dominant political power, which was the Catholic Church, had competition. And that kicked off the Counter-Reformation, in which the Catholic Church now needed to keep people faithful to Catholicism. So, the Catholic Church started to commission a lot of art in the 17th century. Most people couldn't read in 17th century Europe, so art was a great way to convey religious narratives to the general populace. In the previous Renaissance period, they emphasized balance and harmony, and everything was to do with mathematical precision and triangles, while the Baroque art period was really about drama and emotion and being able to connect emotionally to the viewers. And they had, a lot of movement, a lot of dynamic composition, and there was tenebrism, which is that intense spotlight, and everything was to do with creating a sense of awe for the divinity for the general populace while they were viewing those art pieces. Now let's talk about a couple of things that defined Baroque art. Number one, drama. If an art piece that you're looking at is very dramatic, there's a chance that it's Baroque art. Number two, most Baroque paintings have a realism style. They were trying to capture life realistically. Number three is tenebrism, which is an extreme spotlight, extreme lighting, where everything that's in the spotlight is so much in spotlight, and everything out of the spotlight is almost just a dark room, you can't even see it. And they also had an obsession with fabrics and jewel-toned hues. Those are some things that defined Baroque art. Okay, so now I'm going to discuss two different paintings from the Baroque art history period and how they are representative of Baroque art. The first one being The Calling of St. Matthew by Michelangelo Merisi da Caravaggio. This piece was completed in 1600 for the Catholic Church, and it was commissioned to portray St. Matthew's salvation. So Jesus, with his wispy halo, is the rightmost figure, and he's standing alongside Peter, and Jesus is gesturing towards Levi, who is a tax collector at a table with other tax collectors, and he's about to become St. Matthew. Levi is pointing at himself almost like, who, me? And he's sitting there in surprise. It's a very dynamic piece, it's very theatrical, and we see that obsession with fabric, that obsession with jewel-toned hues as well. They're ruby red shirts, almost look like you can reach through the canvas and feel the fabric. It was very realistic. And we also see that tenebrism, that extreme spotlight. The other piece I want to show is The Fall of the Damned by Peter Paul Rubens. This piece portrays the Archangel Michael, which you can spot him at the top left of the painting with his blue tunic, and he appears to be driving bodies downwards towards hell. This piece is very jewel-toned. You can see lots of, reds and oranges, and there's that tenebrism too of, the lights of heaven, and that contrast with the darkness of hell. And lastly, just a lot of drama, a lot of theatrics. The bodies are contorted, and it's a very emotional scene in that they very much wanted the audience to feel fear when they looked at this. Okay, thank you so much for listening to this video. I hope you have a lovely rest of your evening, and I hope it was helpful. Bye!